Hey friends, so today we're making spaghetti Napolitana. Really quick, simple dish that you can throw together in 20 minutes or less. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button for more delicious, easy recipes. Let's cook. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we've got a large pan here filled full of water. We're going to bring that to the boil. Now that we've added heat to our pan, that's going to bring to a boil. What we're going to do, we're going to take 2 cloves of garlic and we're going to finely chop those up. Okay, so now our garlic's chopped. We're just gonna scrape that over to one side, and over here we've got some fresh cherry tomatoes still on the vine. We're just gonna pluck about 6 or 7 of those off, and we're just gonna chop them just into quarters. So over here I've got my skillet. I'm just gonna put a nice low heat onto the skillet. Let's get that going. Yep, there we go. And then what we're gonna do is, over here we've got sun-dried tomatoes. Now today, I'm using sun-dried tomatoes out of a jar. And what you'll find with jarred sun-dried tomatoes is they'll often be in like extra virgin olive oil, some sunflower oil, balsamic vinegar, maybe a little bit of oregano, some salt and pepper. There's loads and loads of flavor in the oil that they actually come in. So why waste some more oil? All we're gonna do is add that oil into our skillet. All that goodness there, and we're gonna let that come to heat. Okay, so now our pan's nice and warm, we're just gonna add our tomatoes and our garlic into that pan. Oh, nice little sizzle. Every little bit, I'm just gonna give them a little bit of stir around, just agitate them in the pan, and then let them fry away on a nice low heat. So while they're frying away, we're gonna take our sun-dried tomatoes. Now if I had to guess, I'd say it's about 2 tablespoons worth, and I do have to guess because you need to know the recipe. So we're just gonna pop these onto our chopping board, and we're gonna roughly chop them. You wanna kind of chop each of the larger tomatoes into 3 or 4, just so they're nice manageable bites when you actually put them into the pasta. So we're just gonna roughly chop these up like so. Fantastic. You can see our water's at a boil now, which is absolutely great. Our pasta's gonna be ready to go in just a minute. There we go. And they're just gonna go into the pan all together, like so. Fantastic. Now they're in the pan, we're gonna turn the heat up, and over here we've got half a cup of passata. We're gonna pour the passata into the pan with the sun-dried tomatoes, and we're gonna give that a stir together. Fantastic. So put the heat up a little bit on that because we want this sauce to become nice and thick. We want a really thick, tasty, flavorful sauce to go with the pasta. What we're gonna do, big pinch of salt, and some fresh black pepper is gonna go there as well. Fantastic. There we go, that heat started to work already. You can see the sauce is all nice and bubbling away. So now water's boiling, our sauce is bubbling away, it's all coming together nicely. You're gonna take some dried spaghetti. I think this is about a 50p piece size, but I think a portion for a person is kind of like a 20p piece. American, sorry, work it out, I don't know. But we're gonna twist it and drop it in our pan like that. Because your water's nice and boiled, you should be able to just go around tapping it down, and it should easily go into the pan and start to soften up and boil away. There we go. Be careful with it, you don't want to burn yourself. There we go, happy days. Now I'm just going to take a fork and just push push the rest of the ends down to make sure all of it's submerged in the water, because what happens is it's not all submerged in the water and you've got any of the spaghetti touching the metal of the pan, then what it does, it starts to burn on the ends, and no matter how well you cook it after that, you've ruined your spaghetti. All we're gonna do now is we're gonna allow the sauce to bubble away and thicken up, stirring it really occasionally. You don't need to touch it much, stir it rarely, until our spaghetti is soft enough to be just firm to the bite, al dente, and then we're gonna serve it up. Okay, so let's just check the pasta, see how we're doing. I reckon we should be about there now. Perfect. Let's just turn the heat off that. Take our pan and we'll just empty it out. Drain that water away. Okay, so you want to drain as much of the moisture out as possible. And then all we're gonna do is just dump it into our other pan, like so. Pop that over to the side there. And we're just gonna give it a shake, agitate it around. And with this dish, you really wanna coat all the spaghetti in the sauce. Just agitate it around a little bit like that. And then we'll just take our spatula and start to toss the spaghetti with the sauce and coat it all together. There we go, fantastic. It's really coating it nicely. It's all coming together, beautiful. So now the spaghetti is fully coated with the sauce, we can turn the heat off on there. Grab our dish it's gonna go into. And then what I like to do at this stage, I like to use tongs for the pasta. So we'll just grab the tongs, grab a nice big bunch of the spaghetti and just start to drop that into our dish. Another big bunch. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, you might not get all of the sun-dried tomatoes that you want, because we've got about 2 portions here. So we'll just grab some of them out of the pan and add them into the dish as well. There we go, grab a few of them. Make sure they're shared out evenly. They are definitely the best bit, I absolutely love them. Something really, really important to me when I make a dish like this is to make sure the bowl is really nice and clean. And whether that's a case of Instagram eats first, or just you're cooking for someone special, everyone takes the first bite with their eyes. So it's really, really important to take any of those little bits from around the edge of the bowl. It takes 2 minutes, but it's well worth it for the extra kudos. There we go, look at that, it's looking fantastic. What we've got here, fresh parsley. Really, really important that you go fresh with this. We're just gonna chop that up nice and fine. There we go, beautiful. Adds so much earthy flavour. Fresh parsley, fantastic. So, nice big bunch like that, and we'll just scatter it roughly from above. Beautiful. Oh, couldn't be better. Little touch of black pepper. And that is that. That is your spaghetti Napolitana. Absolutely fantastic, delicious dish that hopefully you can make out of things lying around in your cupboard. Really, really quick to make. What are you waiting for? Crack on with it. Please like and subscribe, drop me a comment below. But until next time, friends, just make sure you be nice to each other, and goodbye. Fuck yeah!